In Key Largo?
No, where are you, Jackie?
I'm over on Buccaneer Point.
Oh.
And when it's, what is it? King Tides?
Yeah.
The lake across the street comes in on the corner. I can't get through that. It's like about 2 feet deep.
Wow.
And I drive a little Lexus
Oh.
that has like 6 inches from the ground.
Medina, where is your house? What neighborhood?
I'm at mile marker 95 behind the Marine Sanctuary building.
Oh, yeah. That's like Mahogany area, right?
No.
About 3 blocks south of there is Mahogany. We lived on Mahogany.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Um, oh, for heaven's sakes. I just went, boy, this is going to be a fun class this morning because I just went blank on, Terry, help me. The woman who, was the social service director at Plantation Key before
Edith.
Edith, Bricker.
She was on my street.
Yeah, she lives like second house in or something, yeah.
Yeah.
But they moved.
No,
They
she
moved.
moved. She moved. Yeah. I was thinking of her too. She
Yeah.
moved to Tallahassee.
Oh, okay. I forgot where that was. Okay.
Moved to Tallahassee.
Welcome, Carlene, Teresa, and everybody. Linda. So we are scheduled to talk about Bluetooth technology today. That's always a fun conversation about pairing things and how all this magic works. So, and this was Medina's question of the day. So we're going to start with that. Martin, I know you usually have to leave a little bit early, and sometimes Carlene does. Do either one of you have a burning question for today?
Well, other than the thing I held up, this
Yep.
unit.
Okay.
That's cool.
So hold it up again so everybody can see it. And
Oh.
you'll have to hold it right in front of your face. There you go. Flip it around so they can see it. Flip it the other way. Yep. So Martin found this in his desk. Who wants to guess what it is? I know, but who wants to guess?
Is it like to recharge his phone?
Nope. Good guess.
External hard drive.
Yes. Who was that? Carlene?
No.
Kathy.
Yeah, external hard drive. So basically, Martin, what we've talked about these several times. I could not see how much capacity that one has because the label is small, but I figured out exactly what you have. Hi, Joyce.
Hi.
And so I'm going to go ahead and see if share screen is going to work today. Hopefully it is.
It says
Yeah.
500 gigabytes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. So 500 gigabytes is a good amount. Most of our phones, we have a choice of having like 128 gigabytes or 250 something gigabytes.
Yep.
And that's a lot of capacity for most people. 500 gigabytes is huge. So
Okay.
what I did was I pulled up the website for this, and this you have a Seagate is the company. There's that little logo on the front there, and it's called Seagate. And this is a GoFlex, and it is a portable hard drive. So that means that, and here's your quick start guide. So you're going to get this link so that you know exactly what to do, right? There's your quick start guide of exactly how to use it if you're not sure how to use it. It says support for this product, so it's a little bit older. Where'd it go? And any associate may no longer be eligible for product support policy. So in other words, it's a little bit outdated, but I'm telling you, 500 gigabytes is a fantastic thing. And what I would do, if you don't think that you have anything on it already, and I'm thinking maybe you don't because you don't know what it is, you didn't know what it was, then here you are with all of the how-tos, right? And some of these are going to be kind of right here. What happens when I connect my external hard drive for the first time? You click on that link, and
Yeah.
if you're plugging it into Windows, you have a computer, PC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what you're going to do is you're going to use this one right here, which is what happens when I click for the first time.
Right.
and follow these instructions. And basically what it's going to do is you can download all of the data. I'm pretty sure your computer's not going to have more than that, but you can download all of your data onto this external hard drive, and then it's safe. So, you know, if you are going to travel with it, you take it with you. Now, when we sync our devices, when our computer and our phone and our iPad are all synced up together, all of that information should be safe in the cloud. But any of the things that we downloaded, things that we said, okay, I want to download this book, I want to download this movie or this music or these documents so that they're on my device, on my computer, then those kinds of things are not in the cloud and you can take them with you somewhere. So it's a great way to back up your computer safely where you're not connected to the internet, and all that data is saved. And I highly, highly recommend it because if you have a situation like where, let's see, Linda's crashed, right? About a year ago now? Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Mine crashed too.
It's about 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Amy, your computer crashed as well?
Yes, and I say, listen to what she's saying about backing it up because
Mm.
I was in deep doo-doo only because I kept my old laptop and I brought that in and they got the guts out, but you know, I wouldn't chance that. Just back up.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yours is all fixed now, Amy?
Yes, but it was
Okay.
a pain in the you know what.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So Martin, I don't think Amy was in the room when we were showing this. Will you hold that up one more time?
Sure.
Amy, take a look at what Martin found in his desk. This is his external hard drive, and
Okay,
it's
I'm looking.
500 gigabytes, and that's going to hold pretty much everything on a computer.
Yeah,
he
we
can-
just bought one. Yep.
Yep, he can plug that in, download everything, and then from time to time, I mean, people back up at the rate at which they put things on, right? So if you use it a lot and you do documents or whatever, you would do it maybe weekly. If you don't do that much different that needs to be saved, maybe monthly, but certainly now that you have it, go ahead and do it right away so you have what you've got now.
Okay, so I'll get on that website, right? Seagate and GoFlex is the one I'm gonna
Yep.
target.
And I'll send everybody the link just so that you can familiarize yourself. You might want to get one. I'm not saying you have to get his, but he had it in his desk. So, you know, and 500 gigabytes is a good size. All right, let's move on.
Thank you.
Question answered.
Thank
Anybody else have a burning question that we need to get to before we talk about Bluetooth? Okay, good. So Bluetooth is how we connect things, right? So Kathy, you have things in your ears. Are they connected by a wire or are they wireless?
I have wireless, but
Okay.
these are connected by a wire. They're,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. So you have both.
I have both.
A real good example of something that I have that is Bluetooth enabled is this little speaker here. I'm not sure if it's even charged. I should have charged it up. I've got things in other places that are charged, but yeah, this is charged. So when I turned this on, pushed the little power symbol there, and I get the green light, that means that this is charged. And then I am going to go to my little Bluetooth symbol right there over my finger. That is Bluetooth. So I'm going to turn that on and it looks like it's already on. It automatically went on. See how the blue light is on that corresponds with that right there? So now
Yeah.
this is Bluetooth enabled. So it's on, it's ready to go. I am going to go to my phone and I'm going to pull up my music and I'm going to just hit a playlist and start play. I didn't have to do anything. I turned on my music. It's coming out of here. So, pretty simple. And it'll keep connecting. I'm going to turn it off so it doesn't. So, how does it do that? How does it magically talk to that? Anybody know?
Radio waves.
Connect that way.
It's radio. It's
Yeah.
it's exactly that. It's radio waves.
Yay.
So there are a couple of different frequencies that it uses, and there's actually two different kinds of Bluetooth technologies. Bluetooth is a company, and they developed this technology for things to talk to each other over radio waves. There is now low energy Bluetooth, which is, like I said, whenever somebody brings a question up, I learn something because I get to delve into what's the newest thing, and I wasn't familiar with low energy Bluetooth. Sometimes, it's like if we're using Bluetooth and we're used to Bluetooth, we don't need to know the background of what's going on, in the tech world about it. We turn it on, it works, we're happy. And that's all we need to know. It's when things don't work and we're not happy that we need to know more about it. Just so you know, the Bluetooth LE, or low energy, uses less energy, and so it's better for batteries. And so they developed something that's going to take less out of the energy that your device has to make it work. So what happened was my phone and the speaker actually spoke to each other through Bluetooth radio waves. Now, I don't think in this room I have anything else that's Bluetooth right now, but I have many other Bluetooth things. What are you holding?
My Ember coffee mug,
What?
which is connected to my phone, and I can set it so it goes on and heats the coffee. It tells me what the temperature is of the coffee. And then when I'm all done with it, I put it back on the little charger plate, and it'll stay hot for 2 hours.
I love it. That's hilarious. I'm not sure if I need that.
I didn't think so either, but it was a great birthday gift.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so on your shopping list, next birthday you have coming up. Think about that one. Do you know how much it cost?
It was expensive. I think it was like $70 or $80, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
For
Yeah.
hot coffee. Okay.
My son loves me.
My daughter bought me a Yeti coffee mug, and that works pretty good too. It keeps coffee hot for way too long, but Terry.
Oh, I have constant problem, and we've been using just John's car this summer, of who gets in the car and sometimes I have to stop if it's on my phone and he's trying to won't change over. I mean, you have to like turn the car off and start again, or I turn my Bluetooth off.
Yeah, just turn your Bluetooth off. You don't have to turn the car off.
Well, sometimes it just doesn't. I know it. I don't mean to hurt. Sometimes that's what the extreme, when we have to like pull over and just can't get his phone on there, but it is. And there's really, I've tried all different things. I didn't think there was anything. As I said, I tried just turning off the Bluetooth, but sometimes it's already connected. I don't know. It's
Okay.
a little bit of a mystery, but it is a problem sometimes.
Sure. So, turning off the car is extreme, although that's sort of like turning off your computer and just rebooting. So I get it.
Not on the highway or anything.
When all else fails, do that. Question, it shouldn't matter with Bluetooth. Bluetooth is very short range, and so it's dealing with stuff right in the immediate vicinity. Most of the conflicts with Bluetooth are because there's another device that has been connected. So to back up a minute, notice how quickly my phone and the speaker started right up, right? It was no problem whatsoever. And that's because this has already previously been paired. So if I go to my settings, Terry wants me to remind everybody of something. National Senior Center Month. Celebrating National Senior Center Month on next Wednesday at the Joy Center. Sorry, I'm easily distracted. So the Joy Center is celebrating National Senior Center Month next Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Plantation Key Community Center. An evening of honoring the mature majority, filled with local vendors sharing resources and services, live entertainment, food and refreshments, exciting giveaways, and vibrant community spirit. So if you're in the Keys, go to the Joy Center next Wednesday at 5:30. It's gonna be a fun party. Good? Is that what I was supposed to say, Terry?
Thank you.
Okay. So going back to how does it work? If I go to my settings and look with connected devices right there. And it says Bluetooth and pairing. So connected devices. First thing that happens is I can pair a new device. So if I get a brand new thing, which I have done many times, then I tap that and there's a process that it's going to go through. But in the meantime, Exo Gear is the speaker I just played. Legacy Outback, that's my car. Venu SQ, that is one of my wearable devices. And then I can tap See All. And you can see there are many, many things that I have paired in Bluetooth so that if I'm having a problem with one of them connecting, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my settings on my phone and I'm going to see what's happening there. Where did the connection break down? Or maybe it lost it somehow. Most often that's not what happens. What generally happens is that there is a interference. There's another radio wave that's trying to grab onto it. That happens less and less. It used to happen a lot more with Bluetooth, where you would have, like in Terry's example, John's phone and her phone competing to get with the car. Now you have a newer car, and I know your iPhone is fairly new.
Yeah, both of us are.
Both of yours are new. Okay. So, but you have obviously paired them in the past. So what I might do, rather than stopping and turning off the car, when you turn off your Bluetooth, so if you're trying to pair his, very first thing I'm going to do, which I find works really good in a car, is plug in the one that you want. So you take John's phone and you just plug it into the charger cord, and it automatically should override anything of yours, because now we're no longer doing Bluetooth, we're doing direct contact. Did you try that?
Yeah, we've tried a lot of different things, and the only way it really works is if I remember, because we've been traveling, is to just turn off my Bluetooth before I get in the car. If I get it, because sometimes it's just putting stuff in the car, puts it on, and then we know all the ways to do it, but sometimes I don't know why it doesn't work. So
who normally drives that car?
John. I mean, if we're on a trip, yeah. If I'm going someplace by myself, it doesn't matter. I'm not usually driving when John's in the car.
That's John's car.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting that plugging it in didn't.
Well,
override.
he has also one of those pads that you put your phone on. You don't have to plug it in. It has, because of the, it's a little pad you put it on in the car, so he doesn't need to plug it in.
Joy says, make sure it's the correct one. Some are just for charging and don't connect to radio.
No, this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't use the pad. I'm talking about direct connection.
Yeah, mine has two, and only one of them actually connects to the radio. The other is for the passenger to charge.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. What we have to do is we will take turns charging. Or if I'm finding new route or something else to do on the way, which we just did, then I will plug mine in and that takes his off and it automatically goes to mine. So in the car, that tends to be easier just to use the cord and having your Bluetooth off. Because you really don't need it unless you need it, right? I mean, we tend to leave it on all the time, but we actually don't need it unless we need it. It doesn't do anything for us if we don't have a specific purpose for it. So, Betty.
I have hearing aids that are Bluetooth connected. And when the phone rings, it goes directly to the ear. And so I leave that on all the time.
Yes, yes, you do need that. Absolutely. And I love that you can use that. How does it work? Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I can hear the message in here, even if I'm in a noisy room. It seems like because it comes directly into the ear, I can hear.
Sure. Nice, nice. All right, so we're going to skip over to Medina's issue. Describe it to us.
Okay, so I signed up for a webinar that I would normally watch on my laptop. But I've invited a few friends over to watch it with me, and I'd like to know how to get what I'm seeing on my laptop on my TV.
Okay, so you have a smart TV.
Mhm.
What
It's-
brand is it?
It's, I don't know, maybe it's now not so smart, but I mean, 'cause it's a little old. It is a LG, I think.
Okay. And your laptop is an Apple.
Correct.
Does your LG TV do Android and Apple?
I have no clue.
Okay. So let's see.
I mean, my TV has got on it. I'd have to put it on to see, but it's got on, you know, these different ways. I
Isn't
don't
it-
know.
Gary?
On your phone, it should just be, it has the category. I forgot to look it up. That it goes to Bluetooth, it goes to screens, it has like screen on screen, or I'll look it up what the name is.
Mirroring.
Mirroring, thank you. And yeah, go ahead, Joyce.
So I
Yeah.
guess it would matter, first of all, the year of the TV. We kind of really would need to know that if we're not looking at it. Joyce, go ahead.
Okay, so I actually had, I didn't have, why am I doing this? All right. I found that it was much easier to do it from my phone. I was unable to do it from the
Mhm.
laptop.
Mhm.
I couldn't figure it out, but from the phone, I was able to do it.
Yeah.
I think I would definitely go phone or iPad rather than laptop. So, you can access the webinar link from any connected device. So
Right.
using your phone and going there, but like they said, using that mirroring feature.
Mhm.
And I think the easiest way to do it is to go to your quick menu, right?
Mhm.
And that's a
Mhm.
pull down
Mhm.
on your phone.
Mhm.
And then you're going to have that little mirroring symbol. What
What
else?
does what does the symbol look like?
If somebody wants to pull it up, there we go. All right, a little closer.
I'm sorry. It's
Yeah, I know.
you know what?
Mine does
I
the
have-
same thing.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way.
Mm.
I don't see it on mine.
Um,
Oh,
It's two rectangles together, like one in a gray and then one white right next to each other. It's two little rectangles.
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, and mine.
There we go. All right, let's share. I'm just going to go ahead and share.
Okay.
Your camera does the same goofy thing that mine does. All right, it is this one, correct?
Oh,
Yes,
I see.
yes.
I see.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically saying it's like a copy of an image.
Okay.
So you would find that on your, here it is, that's better. Apple support screen mirroring.
Yep.
Click on it, go visit. This is, it doesn't matter which generation it is. The symbol is always going to be the same.
Okay.
That's it right there.
So then
Oh.
when I get the webinar on my phone, I press that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
then how does it get to the TV?
It's going to give you an option of what you're mirroring to, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you tap mirroring, it's going to give you
Yeah.
an option.
Mhm.
Just like when I do that Bluetooth choice on when I do Bluetooth and pairing, and I go, what do I want to connect to? I have a lot of
Okay.
choices because I paired many things, and I believe it's going to give you a list of what it can find in the
In
area.
the room. Mhm.
Now, the other thing that is possible, and I would obviously try this first, you can mirror anything. It doesn't have to be that webinar. You can mirror just your
Whatever's
your
on.
homepage,
Yeah.
just get it to mirror. If you find that your TV is older, because we don't know how old it is, if it's 10 years old, if it's 3 years old. There's a lot of technology changes in that time frame.
Yeah.
And if
I
it's
usually
older,
on the owner's manual, I'll usually write the date that I purchased it, and
yeah.
I don't see that I did
Well,
that.
what model is it? What's it say?
Uh,
You say it's an LG what?
LED TV.
LED. And give me a number. There's going to be a model number or something.
Oh, there are like maybe 100 model numbers printed on the thing here.
On that. It would be on the actual back of the TV because that's going to fit a whole bunch of models.
Okay.
Does
So
it have
I-
any other name besides LG LED?
It has like an asterisk after the word LED TV. I don't know what that means,
Hmm.
but let's see.
All right. So, go ahead.
Well, my grandson is the one that showed me because my granddaughter was in a soccer match and it was being filmed. So it was on our phones. And so he pushed that button. I'm watching. So I'm not an expert at all, but I have an LG TV. The TV was on. It started like the Bluetooth. It read it and we clicked yes. And then all of a sudden there's her soccer game going on the TV so we could all see it in the room.
Oh, wow.
But it was on the phone.
Yeah.
Do you know how old your TV is?
It's got to be about 4 years old.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
about 4 years old. So,
Because that's going to be the main question is the age of it.
but you know what? You could try it right, when you get off now, turn on the TV, pull that out. It's like the side swipe, for those, and you pull it up and find something on your phone and click that. And that's what they did. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't,
And then
but
And I
the
was
other
thinking-
suggestion that I have is if your TV is older, and your phone is newer,
Yeah.
not necessarily are they going to be able to Bluetooth it, because what if your phone is, using Bluetooth LE and your TV is the old school Bluetooth? What I would do is look at the back of your TV and see what kind of receptacles you have to plug something in, and then see if you have that same receptacle for your phone. So, you would need a cord that would go from the TV, and the newer TVs have lots more choice. It used to be you could only use like an HDMI cable to do anything like that, but now TVs have other stuff as well. So look at the back, see if there's any kind of cord that you could plug in and also plug into your phone, and see if you can make that work. If it doesn't work by just asking them to speak to each other.
Right. And the other option would be like an HDMI cable from my laptop to the TV,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I do that all the time because I do presentations around town, and at whatever place I'm at has TVs of varying ages. And so I always carry my HDMI cable, and I only buy laptops that accept an HDMI because I know that's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to be showing stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm always going to connect these two up. And that even, I remember back, gosh, we were doing a presentation at Craig's restaurant on Plantation Key, and their TV was not very young, and my computer was not very young, but with the HDMI cable, we were able to make the magic happen. Yeah.
So just so I'm clear, so on the back of my TV, I'm going to look for two things: the connection capability with my phone and the serial number of the TV, or the
No, that would
model?
just help me now, because we would have more information about the age of it.
Okay.
When this class is over, it really won't matter.
Okay.
That won't matter. It's like if somebody tells me they have a Samsung Galaxy, S10, that
Yeah.
tells me a whole lot about that phone.
Okay, I found this LG TV AI. What does it say after that? ThinQ. ThinQ.
Huh. Okay, well, if it's got AI, then it's a new TV.
I guess. Well, I know I've had it a few years, but I don't remember.
ThinQ, like
ThinQ here.
quick?
Yep.
ThinQ, huh? Okay, well, let's just look at that for a minute.
It's really a major change that you can do that, because sometimes somebody has a station on their Apple TV on their phone, and or just pictures. We look at family. We look at pictures of a trip, and if it's just on your screen, it's discovering that was a major thing a couple years ago.
Okay, so right now, all I did was type that in and it went right to the help library.
Oh.
Go away. It brings up the virtual assistant right away. And it says helpful information about your LG product, how to set up ThinQ app on your LG Smart TV. Huh. Huh. Okay, so there's a little video here on setting up this app on your phone.
Oh, wow.
So that might be an easier way for it to talk to it. How to set up the LG ThinQ app on your smart TV. With ThinQ set up on your smart TV, you can control the TV, launch apps, share content, and much more from your mobile phone. There you go.
Wow. Wow.
That's going to be super easy. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to download the LG ThinQ app for Apple.
Yeah.
And then you're going to launch it. And it says log in with an LG account. And you'll agree to everything. Add the TV. It's going to add a button, add a device button. Select the TV from the product list. Select your TV from available devices, and it goes right through, you know, LG, are you connecting your washer, your dryer, your whatever?
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then controlling the TV. Select the TV and see the available controls. And it says use these controls on the LG Magic Remote. You can select input, change volume, change the channel. So yeah, those are that might be useful for you. This might be more than you need.
Yeah.
But what I would do is go back to the original suggestion, because you have one goal, and that is to watch this webinar with friends. And so start with the simplest solution, which is turn on your TV, go to your phone and do mirroring with your phone. And if you can mirror literally your home screen on your TV, then you are good to go. Whatever you do on your phone is going to be seen on your TV.
Great. Wow.
Carlene.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's
Nothing.
okay. I thought you had a comment. Has anybody else done this with their TV besides Kathy? Terry, any problems?
No.
Wow.
No,
No.
easy. It really is easy. I even did it by myself without my grandson. So
Oh, wow.
I am so excited by this because my granddaughter plays beach volleyball, and I'm always getting the tapes and I'm trying to see it on my phone, and I never even thought about it. So
Nice.
thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. My TV is way too old for something like this. And my TV is not a smart TV, but we do have an Apple TV box attached to it. It's so old. Let's see. We've bought a new light for it. And when you look at the back of the TV, it's at least 2.5 feet deep from the screen to the actual back. It's heavy as can be because it's an enormous screen. And I bought it for our anniversary. I want to say, well, Larissa was still in high school and she's 38 now. So the bulb for the TV cost $100. The TV started to just get really, really dim. And when we were living in the Keys, I could tell you exactly which house in the Keys, the bulb was getting dim. And so we thought, okay, let's look. It was $100. We bought the bulb and it like came to life again. My husband hates this TV. He's like, can we please get a smart TV? I'm like, this still works really well and has a great picture. Why would we put this in the landfill right now just to get something else? I mean, I said, the minute this thing dies, you go buy whatever TV you want. I don't care. But this is probably going to be a 20-year-old TV pretty soon. So we're not mirroring anything with this. Scary.
Is it Bluetooth when you use your phone as the clicker, as the,
Yeah. Oh, good question.
because
Good
I know
question.
in this house, they have a clicker, but with Apple
probably
TV or YouTube
Wi-Fi.
TV.
I'm betting it's Wi-Fi.
Because everybody just uses their phone. It's hopefully not at the same show.
So with this Apple TV box, right, it comes with a little Apple remote, and this thing is so old. And back whenever, one of the dogs literally ate the remote. And, this was Scott's prized possession, this remote. And I was like, holy crap. And so I went and got the app for that Apple TV version remote. And again, this thing is probably almost 10 years old now too. And so I downloaded the app onto Scott's phone. I downloaded onto my phone. He wasn't home because I didn't want him to know that the remote got eaten by the dog. And so I said, look what I did. This is so much more convenient to use it on your phone. He's like, where's my remote? I'm like, try the phone. It's lovely. He was not amused, and he went and bought a new remote. But it does work really, really well. But I'm pretty sure that it's Wi-Fi technology to do that. Yeah, because our TV doesn't have Bluetooth. So yeah, it would have been Wi-Fi. Other comments, questions, issues with Bluetooth. It seems to work much better than it ever has. I know in the beginning it was kind of, Joyce.
My only problem is very often the name of the item you're attaching to the Bluetooth has nothing whatsoever to do with what the item is. So I'll go back a month later and I have no idea how to connect this to that because the names don't make any sense.
Yeah, they
Change
don't.
that.
And that's what I was saying to Medina about knowing exactly what her TV is on. Those don't work. That's distance. That does not work. And it's the tiniest of all. We're going to need magnifying glasses to find this. But this particular one, when I open it up, just like with Martin's thing, when we were looking at the back, let's see if I can get it to actually show up.
Alex?
Exogear.
Okay.
That's an auxiliary jack right there, but right under there in the tiniest words, it says Exogear. So whatever the company names its product is what you're going to connect it to. But yeah, oftentimes it's insane. We have Bluetooth speakers in our both of our shower fans, and so my husband named them because you can.
Yeah.
And let's see, what did he name them? Because at first it was like, what am I looking for here? One is Guest Bath, and the other one I think is Homeworks. Don't know why he named them that way, but he actually named them because he could rename it so it could find it. So yeah, so you can
name it.
Huh?
How do you do that?
I don't know how he did that.
I just redid my iPad, my earpods, because I lost a pair and then found them. I just named them Pink Atlanta or something. You can.
Let me go to Guest Bath. So when I go to my list of connected devices and I go to Guest Bath and I click the, oh yeah, sure, right here, simple as can be. So I click, the setting gear, and when I tap on that, it comes up and there's a little
edit button.
pen and it says Guest Bath, and I can name it whatever. So that's an easy way for you to make things more identifiable. Great question. Anything else on Bluetooth? All right. Good.
Well,
Anybody?
That was great. Thank you. Thank you.
It's something that's in our lives all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that it's such a great feature for us to make our lives easier, from Betty's hearing aids to my earbuds to, music. There are going to be a lot of links that I'm going to send you, and I'm going to go ahead and just click on them so you see what you're getting today. Probably more information than anybody wants. The Wikipedia page on Bluetooth was like, wow, this is for like really geeky people. I've scrolled down. You can see how far I've scrolled down. But this particular one is really how does it work? And it talks about the using radio and channels. One thing to remember about it is right here, Bluetooth Low Energy uses frequency hopping. So that means it doesn't have to stay on the same channel. You see that there's a range here, and it's not a large range. I mean, we're talking, 2.4 gigahertz to 2.4835 gigahertz. That's a small increment. So literally it's 2.4 to 2.5-ish. But they can shift. They can go to different channels to find something with less interference. So as we have more and more Bluetooth devices in our lives, if Betty wants to listen to music and she has her earbuds playing, you don't want those two things to interfere with each other. You want them to work seamlessly. So the way they've developed the technology is so that they can, because while something may start on a 2.4, it might hop to a 2.42 to not intersect on that same radio wave with the other thing in the vicinity. The other thing to remember is these things are very short range. They are not, there's a point where you can test it out and you can walk away from a device. I can have my phone in one room and my speaker in another room. And if I walk out the door into the yard, chances are good that I'm going to lose the music in the speaker, because the range has gone too far. I don't, we're going to go back in history for a minute to when you used to turn on a radio and before the internet, and you got a local radio station. There's a local radio station there in the Keys still, I think.
Yeah.
Still there. When you turn on that radio station, as you drive away from the Keys, you lose that station, right? Anybody with a concrete house, did you find that you couldn't get that radio wave as well in a
Yes.
concrete house?
Yes.
Okay, so while radio waves go through things fairly well, they don't go through everything really well. And I noticed, it happened with our Wi-Fi in a concrete house. We had to get a repeater, a little bit further down the house so that we could actually get Wi-Fi in a back room versus where the actual modem was, where the service came into the house. So, it may be this same type of thing you're thinking about with Bluetooth, that if there are things in the way, like concrete, might not work as well because it doesn't work as well for regular radio waves. So I want feedback on anybody who lives in concrete to tell me if you've noticed that. I would expect, my house walls are sheetrock. I would expect from this room to the next room, I would have no problem with the Bluetooth connecting from my phone to a speaker, and I can listen to that speaker in the other room while I'm here with my source of the music. In a concrete house, maybe not. Maybe from one room to the next, you can't. So somebody do an experiment and let me know. If anybody lives in a concrete house, or next time you're at somebody's house that has block, let me know whether or not that does actually impede it. It would be interesting to know.
Well, Betsy, I'm thinking my interior walls aren't concrete. It's just my exterior walls.
Gotcha.
Right. Same here.
So I don't think inside's not going to make a difference. I do have a downstairs, and
Okay.
sometimes it'll go through because there's concrete between, and sometimes it won't. And I'm not sure what the difference, sometimes and it could be where I'm standing or where, how close it is up and down, kind of deal. But between the walls,
Interesting.
they're not concrete. So I know I
Okay.
wouldn't have an issue.
Then inside and outside.
Right.
You know, if you're having a pool party and your, speakers on the outside and your phone's on the inside, that might make a difference. Versus with a wood house, it
Mhm.
might not, have any problem whatsoever. But good point. I think distance is probably going to be the identifying factor in that. Anyway, the Wikipedia article is pretty hardcore in terms of the technology spot. If you want to read about the real technology about Bluetooth, it's interesting if you're interested in that. This one is a much easier, how does it work? This is a cool site called How Stuff Works. And a cool site you might want to explore for other things, science, auto, culture, all kinds of stuff. How does stuff work? And so this one's a very simple explanation of how stuff works, and it gives you the range, security, because that's another thing we want to think about is security. If radio waves are out there and they're free and open to anybody, and does that set us up for vulnerabilities? It does. I'll just say right now it does. But scrolling down, Bluetooth security, it itself does use measures, specifically, in regards to the pairing and security keys and trusting each other. I think, however, that this is a way that, and I could be wrong, but some security breaches has happened by intercepting Bluetooth with specific devices. But I would not worry about it because it does have what it needs for you. And like I said, I wouldn't worry about it. This one here, Bluetooth, how does it work? This to me was most interesting was some of the new things that they've developed, because of course it's really, really good for things like medical. And, we tend to think of it as audio. It's like, oh, great, well, audio, but you can share audio, which is a brand new thing with Auracast. So this whole thing, this is Bluetooth.com. So this is the company itself. And this is, going to promote itself and all of the wonderful things in glowing, reports of how it does. But that being said, I think that it has definitely enhanced our lives. This is something that's new that's coming with electronic labeling, with Bluetooth, and it talks about that. So that's kind of interesting, that they're doing it with that. They're also, like I said, doing all kinds of things with medical. And so, Bluetooth is going to promote itself that way as being, the answer to everything. Let's see, this is the one we already saw. How does it work? There's Martin's thing, which I will send to you. And I'll go ahead and send the LG thing too, just so everybody has it. And know that, if you have all of the manuals, like people say, I just got this new thing. I heard this twice this week. I just got this new device, and why doesn't it come with a book? Because the book's online. All you literally have to do is look at the back of your device, whatever it is, and read that little black label, and it'll tell you exactly the model number. Because, for instance, with Medina's, she got a standardized book that covers a ton of models. And if you want to know specifically about yours, while it may all be the same technology with the same models, so you might look up something and you might say, model SG73, and you look and you do that site search for it, and it's going to take you right to that user manual, and it's going to say SG73, SG75, SG8. It's going to lump them all together because they haven't changed how you use it. The different models may have changed how it works or upgraded the technology for it, but it doesn't change your interaction with it. So all of those user manuals are online, even for really old stuff. If you dig something out of your desk like Martin did, and Martin's is not that old, despite the fact that it says, oh, maybe, this technology is not supported. Stuff gets unsupported on a daily basis. I have a Chromebook that I got a notice, it was probably 2 years ago now that said, if you have this model this year of this Chromebook, it's unsupported from this point forward, meaning we don't have any updates or upgrades for you. Buy a new one. We can't help you fix anything with this. So, I use it for very basic getting on the internet one time, come off, go back on, come off. I don't leave it on, don't leave it connected. Medina.
So is that basically the way to know when to buy a new phone? For instance, I am not interested in all the bells and whistles. I don't need the newest model. So to get a new phone, I should wait until it says this is not supported anymore?
Good question. That would be the ultimate time that you definitely should.
Yeah.
As far as the bells and whistles, what you will find over time, your phone's not that old, is it? Or is it still that real old one?
No, I think it's an iPhone 13.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good for a while.
Yeah.
And I understand about not needing all the bells and whistles. I have a Pixel 6 and they're now 10 is coming out in October, and I held off and now I kind of really want the new one because there is some significant changes that I would really appreciate. But mine still works, kind of like my old TV. It still works. And it's still able to get updates. The battery isn't overheating. Those are things that you want to be careful of. Older phones, those batteries will often get super hot, and you want to be really careful about that. You can change out and get new batteries, but for many devices, not all, but it's worth a trip to your local phone repair place and ask if you can get a new battery. If you notice you're starting to get some heat, particularly if you charge it and it gets super hot, that might be a time to start thinking about trading that out.
I very often, not very often, but many times the phone has gotten very hot.
Oh,
I thought it's because, like, sometimes, I hate to say this, when I go to bed at night, I put on a podcast, and if I sleep through the night, it goes from one podcast to the next, and it's still on when I wake up in the morning. And I
Is the
thought,
timer on?
yeah, I was gonna say Apple has a timer where it shuts off.
okay,
Right?
It's right on the screen with your podcast.
You're
It's on
supposed to put the phone in the other room.
Actually,
Wow.
you don't. You don't. I don't know who said that, but you do not anymore.
What
So
did she say? What did she say?
we have a couple of issues going on here. Somebody said you're supposed to put the phone in the other room. That's not true anymore.
Oh,
There was a
Yeah.
time when
I
they
disagree with you.
You're welcome to. But I just read the latest article about it.
Well,
And there was a time when having the phone in your room, basically what was happening was it was keeping people up at night because they were on the phone. And so being on the phone was seen as a bad thing late at night, that it disrupted your sleep patterns and all of that. Most of that had to do with display and your retinas. And with new phones, what has changed is how it affects your retinas, which is they've lessened the effects of it. The other thing is, what are you looking at? If you're watching, what was that? I don't know. If you're watching a movie on your phone or even on your TV, I'm just going to go there and just say, people who have bed TVs in their bedrooms. If you're watching Die Hard and then trying to go to sleep, not maybe such a good personal choice. If you have the meditation app and you've got, the EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies,
yes,
EMFs.
that's what they're worried about.
Okay.
But again, everybody research it yourself. But I just went to a
Yeah.
naturopath and she said, get it out of the room, unplug everything when you sleep. It's just whatever you
Unplug everything?
She's like, she unplugs the whole darn thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Again, everybody just do your
Yeah.
research. But
yeah. Anyway, I hear you and I understand what you're talking about. And that is what some people are talking about. It's really hard for humans to get away from electronics now. You have to go camping to get away from electronics and being connected to anything. You have to get way out in the woods. Otherwise, you know, everything we have, you can unplug your whole house, but it is hard to get away. That being said, the issue that people were talking about with phones and sleep disruption really had to do with the content, you know? So if you're doing things that are relaxing and sleep inducing, great. If you're watching a high energy, high powered whatever, whether it's a video game or, you know, music or a show, maybe not such a good idea. But it isn't going to do your eyes any more damage than it does during the day. So, you know, it's kind of the same thing. Medina.
So, going back to my original thing about if the phone is on for like 8 or 9 hours straight, that wouldn't make the battery hot?
My phone is never off.
No, mine is not never off also, but I'm saying if I'm listening to a podcast.
Running something?
at night, yeah.
Yes.
Is it plugged in at the time?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's bye, Brian. What's up, Brian?
No, but he just left. I guess he went out for breakfast or something.
Okay. So when it's plugged in and your battery is heating up, I would see if you could get a new battery
Okay.
because it should not heat up when it shouldn't heat up at all.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
I
it.
got my hand up, but I can't put it up because I'm driving.
Okay, go, Carlene.
So basically, that's what happened to my Google Pixel 6. And that's how I got a big discount on my new phone. But on my new phone, I don't know how to voice activate. Well, I haven't looked because I've just been super busy. And, you know, I used to be able to say, turn off, you know, stop for my alarm.
Yep.
I can't do that on this one, or at least I haven't figured it out yet. So
So
I'm
on
sure
the
there's
old
a
one,
setting, right?
on the old
Yeah.
one, it was the Google Assistant, but now I believe that Gemini, which phone do you have?
Oh, I have a Google Pixel 9a.
Okay, then it's probably Gemini is your new assistant.
Yeah, so I have to go to the assistant. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. But it's under
So,
settings.
yep, on Google Assistant, it is, it's this, I know you're driving. Can you see this icon? Whoop.
Okay.
That's the icon, for Hey Google. But now
Okay.
when I say Hey Google, it says Ask Gemini. This just came up. I said, Hey Google, and it said
Okay.
Ask Gemini, and now it's typing everything I'm saying.
Okay. So
But Gemini is the new thing.
I had a question about Bluetooth too. So can two phones be connected to the same speaker and have different songs playing at the
Now,
same time?
different songs playing. Why would you
Yeah,
want?
I mean, well, yeah, I don't, but I'm just saying, two different phones can be hooked up to the same speaker. Wouldn't, you know, if you can play them separately, I'm just saying that is a possibility, right?
You can't connect two phones to the same speaker and play two different songs. No.
No, not play two different songs. Okay, but I could play a song and then Carolyn could play her song and we're on the same speaker, right? Can we do that? See, we're teaching line dance. We have one speaker.
I know what you're talking about. How old is the speaker?
It's a JBL. I don't know. I've had it for years.
Okay. Older ones were quirky about that.
Just try it.
Because Avril
Okay.
and I did it with a speaker that she had, and you know, I would play a song and she would play a song, and it was quirky. Newer stuff would be able to go back and forth because it can handle two different ones, but older stuff doesn't like two different ones and it wants to choose one and stick with it. Disconnect, do
Okay.
the next one, disconnect. So I would just test it out and see.
Right. Just try it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Medina.
See you next week.
Bye, Martin.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You're muted, Medina.
I went to my settings to see, I wanted to check the battery strength that I have. And it shows me a lot of things about the battery. It says fully charged, battery level, but it doesn't really show me the strength. How do you find the strength of your battery?
It won't.
It won't. Okay.
No, no,
Okay.
no. What are we going to talk about next week?
Maps.
Well,
Maps. Joyce, what do you got?
You're muted.
I just want to point out that next week is Rosh Hashanah. The
Oh,
second day of Rosh Hashanah, so some of us
Yeah.
probably won't be here.
we won't be here. Yeah.
Is the 24th? Oh my gosh. I just realized that they planned that.
Well, it starts Monday night. It starts Monday night and it ends
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they planned
Bad,
that.
bad timing for the Joy celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I won't be at Tech next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't be
Um,
on next week either.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going
Wow.
on a cruise.
Ooh, yay for
Oh,
you. All
Yeah.
right.
As
Well,
far as
we'll,
Wednesday night goes, stuff will be pretty much over. So that
Yeah. I know. It still was.
Yeah.
They don't think about it. It was not done through Joint Center. It was done through the county.
something
so
else,
Yeah.
another
They're
organization.
really terrible with that.
Yeah.
Seen over the years, just not
Straighten them
considering-
out. Straighten them out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can I
get
ask
'em
a
to-
quick question?
Of course.
Why would Rosh Hashanah prohibit you from tech class? I'm just interested.
Because we'll be at the synagogue in services. We'll be praying in the synagogue, so we won't be there.
Oh, okay. Thank you for educating me.
It's kind of like, this is not across the board, but it's kind of like, would you be in tech class on Christmas or Easter?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Nice.
Terry.
I have an app called Sleep With Me, and it's not a sex thing. It's guy tells stories.
Thank
Good
God
man,
Martin
sir.
left. He'd be blushing.
Yeah, it tells stories that put you to sleep, and it's very funny.
Oh, is it a
tells you like boring stories or
I
things that
have
go on?
I have Calm, the same thing. They're
Calm is a
bedtime
good one,
stories. Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody say hi to Princess.
Hi,
Hey.
Princess.
how
Princess.
sweet. Sweet.
Yeah.
She needs a crown.
I know,
Oh,
I
she's
know.
so cute.
Well, the pet parade is today at the county fair, and so I'm gonna make her a little crown since she's
Aw.
princess.
Nice. Nice.
She
Cute.
has
Okay, great
hazel
class.
eyes.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you very
If you
much.
think of something, email me today. But otherwise
Okay.
it'll be maps, even though Terry won't be here. Or
I'll
we'll,
try to find something on the EMFs.
okay, that'd be good.
All right.
I'll
All
put
right.
that
Thank
down
you.
as well.
you.
And
Thank you.
yeah, EMFs and maybe I'll find something else. How about all the latest scams? And then
I
you
have
all
something.
all the Jewish folks can just watch it on YouTube later.
Oh,
I have something.
Okay,
So
what?
folders, I wanted to put a line dance folder, and then underneath I wanted to nest some other folders, but
Yep.
and I was trying to do my Chromebook, but anyway, I'm having issues with moving folders around.
Okay. Got it.
So thank you.
That'll be fun. All right.
Mhm. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Have a great week.
You too. Glad to be
Bye.
here.